People spend hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every year on serums, creams, and cleansers. Yet, every single day, many of us consume an ingredient that actively sabotages our skin from the inside out. The culprit here isn't fat, it isn't dietary carbohydrates, it's added sugar. And the problem is how well it hides in foods we think are good for us, like flavored yogurt, breakfast cereals, and protein bars. When we talk about eating too many sweets, the conversation usually focuses on weight gain or afternoon energy crashes. We completely ignore what this ingredient does to our body's largest organ. To understand why, we need to look beneath the surface of the skin to see exactly how these sweet molecules alter our biology. And more importantly, we need to document the specific 30-day timeline of healing that begins the moment you stop eating them, because no amount of expensive moisturizer can counteract the damage of a high-sugar diet. Achieving clear, firm skin is entirely an inside job. Let's trace what happens right after you eat a sugary snack. Within minutes, your blood sugar levels skyrocket, forcing your body to pump out insulin to manage the load, before those levels eventually crash. Tracking a sharp blood sugar spike reveals the body's alarm system. Glowing red zones represent systemic inflammation. Zooming in on the face, this internal fire erupts into localized surface hotspots, translating directly to redness, puffiness, and severe acne breakouts. Relying entirely on topical acne treatments is frustrating because those creams only treat the surface. They do nothing to put out the internal chemical fire that is fueling the breakouts in the first place. To permanently clear these specific types of stress on the skin, you have to stop triggering the systemic inflammation at its dietary source. Surface breakouts are only half the problem. The other half involves structural aging. Deep within your skin, a vital support protein called collagen works around the clock to maintain elasticity and keep everything firm. Watch exactly how a high-sugar diet attacks that foundation. When this pristine, healthy lattice structure of collagen fibers is bombarded by simple geometric sugar molecules, a process called glycation occurs. The sugar binds to the protein, causing the strong lattice links to snap and sag. The visible consequences of this biological attack are unmistakable over time. A compromised collagen structure leads directly to premature sagging, fine lines, and a noticeable loss of that youthful, bouncy firmness. True skin repair requires removing the toxin that is actively causing the damage, rather than masking it with another chemical peel or heavy cream. Eliminating added sugar does two distinct things. It extinguishes the internal inflammatory fire causing breakouts, and it shields your skin's structural foundation from being dismantled piece by piece. So, what does the repair process look like? This simplified model of a brain shows the harsh reality of week 1. When the steady supply line of sweet foods is severed, those glowing dopamine receptors begin flashing erratically and dimming. This is withdrawal, and it results in strong cravings, irritability, and occasionally mild headaches. But by week 2, a major turning point occurs. Notice how the erratic flashing in the brain smooths out into a calm, continuous wave. Without constant blood sugar spikes throwing your system off balance, your neurochemistry normalizes. You experience steadier energy, fewer afternoon crashes, and a significant drop in hunger. Moving into week 3, the physical changes become obvious. Your body's insulin sensitivity improves drastically. Overall bloating begins to subside, and you will likely notice that a puffy face starts looking slimmer and more defined. The difficulties of those first few weeks are necessary metabolic renovations. The body simply has to fix its internal plumbing before it has the resources to renovate the exterior. By week 4, the ultimate payoff arrives. With the internal inflammation cooled and your collagen proteins finally protected from constant attack, your skin begins to look objectively healthier. Breakouts diminish and the structural firmness is maintained. As you can see in this breakdown, there is a critical nutritional nuance here. The goal is to eliminate the items on the left, the added sugars found in sodas and processed snacks. You do not need to avoid the natural sugars on the right, which are packaged alongside healthy fiber and nutrients in whole fruits and dairy. Instead of reaching for a candy bar, you can kill sweet cravings without spiking your insulin by eating Greek yogurt, a handful of mixed nuts, or a bowl of oats. These foods provide the fiber and protein your body actually needs to feel full. Try cutting back on added sugar for the next 30 days. Pay close attention to how you feel and monitor the physical changes seen in the mirror. Achieving your best physical health doesn't require a magic pill. It requires breaking a reliance on artificial sweet stimulation and finally giving your body's natural healing systems the clear path they need to take over.